Good evening, everyone. Quite a bit of blue on the map tonight, but much of this still not quite reaching the ground. A lot of dry air in place, but believe it or not, that dry air is actually going to work in favor of more snow happening as we get into the day on Tuesday. You can see some of those light returns showing up south and west of Baton Rouge at this hour. I've not received any reports yet locally of anything, but we've had some reports as close as Lafayette, Lake Charles of some flurries, some light sleet out of some of those returns. Temperature-wise, still well above freezing in most areas, mid to upper 30s, except for Macomb at 33, but Baton Rouge 38, Gonzales 39, Patterson, Homa also at 38. So here's a look at that dry air. When you see a big separation between the temperature and the dew point, temperatures mid to upper 30s. We still have some single-digit dew points. That's extremely dry. Tells you the air is very dry. So how is dry air going to work in favor of more snow? Well, that's going to enhance evaporative cooling overnight. As stuff falls from the clouds and evaporates, that cools the air. So that's actually going to chill things and give us an atmosphere that's cold enough to support more snow into tomorrow. All right, so here's the HRRR. Now, it's got some green on the map. Seems to be kind of overdoing the liquid rain a bit. It does show precip increasing overnight, but much like we're seeing right now, I think in the early hours here, this is going to look a little worse than what we're observing. Starting to see some light stuff, but I think it's closer to daybreak and beyond that the intensity should start to pick up. That's 6 a.m. And yes, on the leading edge, there could be a little bit of sleet mixing in, but we think into Tuesday, most of this will fall as snow. That's 9 a.m. and we think the intensity probably peaks largely through the morning hours into early afternoon. That's noon, and then it'll start to exit west to east. This model run ends at 2, but we'll start to see things winding down. I'm going to hold tight on my snow forecast for now. Again, there's been some trend to bring some of the heavier totals south, but there's also some guidance keeping it kind of where it is. So we're going to go 4 to 8 kind of near the interstates, 2 to 4 on either side of the state line, 2 to 4 closer to the coast. That's our best estimate. Now, to show you why there's uncertainty, this is the national blend of models. Hard to see. Baton Rouge, Lafayette. Shades of yellow and orange, 6 to 8 inches or more from that product, and really covering a good chunk of South Louisiana. Another ensemble product we look at, a bunch of models combined basically, has lower totals and has the highest focus a bit south of I-10. So that's why there's still some lingering uncertainty tonight, but maybe a little clue as to the National Weather Service. They're thinking this is called the Winter Storm Severity Index. Basically, everybody in red here, major impacts expected from the winter storm. That includes driving becoming nearly impossible and a lot of closures, all those things expected, obviously. So one of those maps you just don't expect to see much in our part of the world. All right, so as we get this wintry stuff coming down tomorrow, the question then becomes, how long do the impacts last? Because I think most of what falls tomorrow should be sticking. We get a brief thaw Wednesday afternoon, but it's going to be brief, so we might get a little bit of melting. That'd be bad news because we'll quickly refreeze Wednesday night. That could mean some ice Wednesday night, Thursday morning. The thaw is longer Thursday, but still might be some moisture left on the ground Thursday night. So even Thursday night, we might still be watching it. We'll keep an eye on that. You certainly see the winter storm starting to take shape tonight. And as I said, as all that works eastward, the intensity starts to pick up. So I've got it starting in the upper 20s, snows increasing likely through the morning, still in the upper 20s, and then we'll start to dry out in the afternoon, but may not get above freezing in many areas, which will add to the accumulation potential. A first alert weather day tomorrow with what could be an historic storm in some neighborhoods. Look how cold Wednesday, 15 for a low in Baton Rouge. So we've got a series of hard freezes potentially right on through Friday. That's why I've got all those first alerts up. We do see a significant warm up finally by the weekend, getting us close to 70 by Sunday. Warmer into next week with a chance of some rain showers in the forecast. We'll be